Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Finally, we are back. Last week because of the ice storm and kicked the crap out of me all last week. So you might notice I've got a gash on my nose. It's mingled with a glue, a body glue kind of thing. Not causing a scar afterwards.
Oh.
So
it looks a lot better than it did without.
Yes. Yes. And wow, I bled like a stuck pig. I mean, it was blood everywhere. You would have thought I was in critical condition.
Can you walk us through? Well, I mean, until you wiped out. Can you walk us through what happened there?
I'm not really doing well at walking right now, but yeah. Well, the day before, I came to the station to test out the roads and see if it was going to be cool. By the time I got here, they'd already made the decision for me that nobody's going to be here to get the show on the air.
Right.
So
you're talking about probably
that's Wednesday.
Wednesday
right?
into Thursday. Okay.
Thursday morning, I thought we'd come back.
Yeah.
And so going back out to my car after discovering we weren't going to be here.
Oh, because you came up here to spend the night or something.
No, I just came to check it out.
Oh, you're a company man.
The roads. Yes.
You just love it.
So I'm heading back to my car. I slip and fall. I get back up. I continue to walk on the ice, trying to get to my car because there's no alternative. It's just all a sheet of ice, the whole parking lot. Amazing. And then both feet slipped out from under me, and I landed square on my back.
Oh, no, bro.
Yeah, bruised up my kidneys, and it was painful. That really, really hurt. So then...
Wait, there's got to be security camera footage of this.
I'm sure there was. Security guy came out, came running out. Sir, are you okay?
After he saved the video.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay.
So then the next day, I went in because I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to make sure that my kidney wasn't ruptured or lacerated.
Yeah.
You know, because that can happen.
So Thursday you went to the doctor is what you're saying?
So Thursday I went to the doctor.
Okay.
And she gave us some prescriptions. So we're now heading into Walgreens where there's a lot more ice.
Oh, no.
And as my wife said,
oh, no.
You've got to be so careful out there. Be careful. Like, I'm not 100.
Oh, no.
Just after I said that, I went face planting into the sidewalk. Slipped and tried to put my arms underneath me so I could stop my fall, but the ice made me slide forward and just smash my nose.
So your face hit the ground.
Yes. Solidly. I mean, hard.
And then you did go and get like a CAT scan or something,
and then I did go back,
or whatever it is.
Yeah, and they looked at it. You know, they gave me the eye test and stuff, and so that's what happened.
So there's no internal brain bleeding or anything like that.
I don't think so. I suspect because I'm really dizzy and nauseous. Suspecting a mild concussion, but I don't know that for a fact. So I don't know. It was just a really crappy week.
So have you messed up any words, stumbled at all verbally in the last few days?
No. It's perfect speech.
So good. Then you're fine.
Good.
Then you're totally fine.
Everything's fine.
Like, ignore any kind of flub or anything you screw up today when you're going through the show.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't be a larger issue like brain bleeding or anything like that.
Right.
You're fine. You're fine, dude. You're here today.
Thank you for the brain bleed possibility.
Yeah, you just want to play it safe.
Yeah, right.
Be careful.
Yeah, I do, actually.
Seriously.
I've had my fill of ice storms now. That's for sure.
Boy, it
seems like we've had them every year for 3 years in a row, I think?
Ice?
Two out of 3 years.
Yeah.
But also, going on in the world, much more serious, the Turkey has had 2 earthquakes that are pretty strong. The first one being 6.7 on the Richter scale, and the second one, 7.6. Wow.
That's just in the last few hours. These two.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm seeing 7.8. Oh my gosh! I mean,
Wow.
It's devastating.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That is a big earthquake.
That's gonna be.
So our thoughts and prayers are with those people. And got a weird train derailment in Ohio. It's very, very strange. Need to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a poison product.
What was it again? It was vinyl chloride or something.
Yeah,
they
something
evacuated
like that.
5,000 people from a mine. And the reason it's so weird is that not only the evacuation within a mile of this derailment, but like this one train car keeps getting hotter and hotter, and they don't know if it's going to blow. So I mean, so Ohio, Northeast Ohio is where
Train car is heating up.
Yeah,
Really?
it's got all the stuff in it, chemicals and
Oh, good.
yeah. So
Oh, good. Something mixed with something else and made it really hot in there?
I don't know. I don't have all the details on that.
So weird.
Just aren't you glad to be back to talk about this fun
I
stuff?
am. I am, actually. It's been quite cold around the country. And, of course, we mentioned the ice storms here and getting bashed up in my body. Now, in Utah, the temperature at one point last week hit 62.1 degrees below zero.
That is epic.
62 degrees below zero. That's in Peters Sinks, Utah. The coldest ever was 69.7 in Montana.
For the United States, yeah.
Yeah, for the U.S. in 1954. So, wow, that's the coldest ever temperature. I would have sworn it got colder than that every night in Helena. I would have
night.
sworn.
Yeah.
From October to March, it was colder than 69.7 below.
Yeah. And actually, in Mount Washington, New Hampshire, which is the strangest place in the country, where they have the observatory up top there, it was minus 47, and the wind chill.
With the winds blowing at 127 miles an hour.
Yeah, look at that. 108 below was your wind chill.
That is incredible.
Somebody said for a moment it hit, minus 109, but I guess when they clocked the official whatever, I don't know. There you go. Minus 108 is your official.
I read the headline, and it said 114 degrees below zero.
Oh, wow.
So I read the article, and it said 108 degrees below zero. So I don't know why where they got 114.
Right. That's when the editor and the writer aren't on the same page.
That's for sure. So 108 below is...
I think if you're out in it, you probably aren't noticing the difference. You're probably dead.
That's incredible. I would think that was a colder temperature than Mars registered that day.
Right. And we have so much to get to, and I promise I'm not trying to derail this thing, but it just made me think of Antarctica and climbing up a mountain, which made me think that while I was iced in, I finally got to watch Hey Pepsi, Where's My Jet?
Oh, you did?
I highly recommend it.
It's so good, isn't it?
So good. 4 episodes.
Really well done.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
And you might think, oh, yeah, I kind of remember that now. Because I had forgotten the whole situation.
I had never heard of it until you mentioned it on this show.
Wow.
Not even in passing.
Yeah. I remember briefly hearing about it back in the 90s. But, man, that went on a long time for that kid.
Yeah.
Should watch it. Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Hey, Pepsi, Where's My Jet?
Also, last week, the Chinese spy balloon just drifted merrily across the United States of America.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that little pathway there.
Yeah, look at that pathway. Clear across the country.
Now remember,
Like, it's a spy balloon, whatever. Let it float.
Yeah, they knew about it 5 days before when it was over the Aleutian Islands and chose, why would we knock it down now over, rural Alaskan islands or the Pacific Ocean?
Yeah.
Let's just let it keep doing its thing.
I saw it late last week. Well, I saw it on Wednesday last week.
Yeah, it wasn't until the
when
guy in Montana took the video and posted it on social media that the government had to finally acknowledge the thing existed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Abe Lincoln, though, actually took a photo of me and the balloon.
Oh.
I don't know where he was at this time.
Oh,
but
look, okay, so that's how you saw it.
That's what I was looking up.
That's where you saw it.
How's your day going so far?
Boy, that
funny.
That didn't sit well
Not
with you when you
well.
were on the ice.
It's not going.
But at least you got a
well.
good view of the balloon
Yeah.
flat on your back.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
But can you believe the United States of America, the most powerful nation on earth, lets a communist spy balloon drift across? The guy in Montana, he took some shots of it in Billings,
yeah.
and he said it stayed stationary for 35 minutes.
Wow, I didn't hear that
So
detail.
if it can do that, it's kind of critical to, I don't know, shoot it down.
Then it's not up there just on the whims of the air.
They have some control over
And
it.
then yesterday you had Defense Department officials say, "Oh yeah, this happened 3 times during Trump," and Trump's like, "Bull crap." And if it did, then why were you holding that information away from the commander in chief?
Right.
I mean, these people that run the military
Unbelievable.
now, just help. So apparently, this has just been something that the Chinese have just been able to do and have fun, and just there you go.
And it floated all the way to South Carolina. From Montana to South Carolina before we finally shot it down. And by the way, why didn't they just capture it and see what the Chinese had?
That is what. Okay, can we see the video off the coast of Myrtle Beach where they shoot it down? So here is the action on Saturday afternoon. You know, everybody in the nation was watching this, and then here comes the jet, and then shoots the
Okay.
missile thing.
Yeah.
Kind of peels off the rails here in a second.
Okay.
Oh, it's going down.
And
And
Sam, you're missing something.
yeah, Sam, get in here or out here.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
oh
No,
there's-
that's the missile.
no.
Hon.
Oh, the balloon is doing something.
See that? So okay,
Sam, the balloon blew up.
Sam.
Yeah.
Did?
Yeah, you missed it, Sam. Why'd you run in for a beer? We told you to stay out
Yeah.
here.
We shot it down, Sam.
Sam. Okay,
Shot
so,
it down.
so everybody in America got to see that in real time except for Sam. He was inside getting another
Getting a
brew.
beer.
Yeah, but who sent us this other video? Somebody had a great point. The slow motion version of this. There was a Pat Head that sent us a slowed down version and asks a great question. Go ahead and put this up. The slow motion. All right, Slapants. Watch this. See, watch the missile come in here. Why did it hit the payload?
It's a really good question.
It's a hell of a good question. What? I mean, it looks like it's intact, I guess. The Navy says it's going to take them days to get it out of the ocean.
And you couldn't just hook it and bring it back to a laboratory and study everything that's in it?
And last week I
On
was
it?
reading about these Japanese balloons that they sent over here during World War II to try to start forest fires in the western half of the nation.
All right.
And sometimes the planes would force the balloon down. Like, is that? I mean, that was 1940s technology.
Right. So much better than today.
What? Why did that hit?
I don't know.
Whoa.
It's bizarre.
Don't we want to know what that thing is?
I would think so.
So hit the balloon, bro.
Chinese are saying it. So, of course. It's a weather balloon.
Oh, they've already said that? Oh, well, then we can move on.
Yeah. Well, they said it.
They said, they
You know?
said it.
They said it. So I don't want to hear any more about it.
Well, then I guess we're done here.
We're done.
We are done. I did like the funny tweet on Wednesday or whenever it was discovered that Montana raising the Ukrainian flag in hopes that Biden will defend their airspace.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
But yeah, so what's the deal here? Well, I mean, could have shot that thing down. Alaska, ocean, Canada,
Yep.
Montana. No, let's wait until it's gotten a tour of the country.
Yeah.
And
And
transmitted-
has collected all kinds of intelligence.
Who knows what it sent back to
Sent
China?
it back. Unreal. Jeez. Also on Friday, somebody posted this video from Montana.
Yeah, so this is okay.
Another one from Montana.
Right, so you have the balloon going across America, then you got another balloon going across South America, and then you got some weird video posted, I think Thursday night, maybe? It was Thursday night, Friday night, I don't know. This guy posted this video, this lady did, and watch this, it's strange. Can we play that? Watch this. Okay. So she tells us what happened here. I think this is right. Okay.
Weird.
Okay, Dolly, your turn to talk. Tell us. I thought Dolly narrated this. So this lady Dolly maybe it's just on the tweet, just said there was a loud explosion,
Okay.
grabs her phone, starts recording.
And you see the smoke from the explosion.
And like, what is this, right? And so
Yeah.
that's it. That's the only reference on social media that even talks about this.
Is that the balloon that they just blew up?
We don't know. Is this a third? Is this another one? And what, the state of Montana? They had some official word about this. Yeah, I mean they commented. They said we're aware of the video, but nope.
And looking into it?
They said there was no explosion over Montana.
Okay, there's the freaking proof. There was an explosion.
Yeah, what's that say right in the middle of the page there? What's the official statement say there? Too small?
Really small. We are, plus I've got a mild concussion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You want me to take a look?
Makes it even, go ahead.
All right. Let's see here. It says, so that's circulating. Everybody's talking about it. Official communications from the city of Billings, Montana, Twitter account stated, quote, "We have confirmed with Montana and the governor," so the state, and then that there have not been any explosions in, around, or across Montana. They are aware of the video, and it cannot be substantiated. So,
wow.
I don't know.
They are so good at covering everything up.
And then there's been nothing else about that for the last several days.
Yes.
So I don't know what that was.
So, I guess it's no problem. If you see giant balloons just floating across your city and then stopping and being stationary for 35, 40 minutes, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just a weather balloon and nobody cares.
And what an interesting place to be stationary for that amount of time.
Isn't it?
Right above the nuclear site there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Montana's definitely got some nuclear power. And, in fact, the air base in Great Falls is nothing but nuclear missiles. They don't even fly. There's not a single pilot there. They're all there for the nukes. It's incredible. Let me tell you about Eden Pure Thunderstorm. You can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air. It eliminates odors. It'll kill mold and mildew and bacteria and viruses. So great. And such a compact unit. And all you have to do to get started is plug it in and turn it on. You don't have to worry ever about filters. There's no filters to change. This is really great Oxy technology. Naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home. And then it destroys them. It does not mask or cover up the smell. So now you've got, some flowery scent and the smell of fish. No, that's unacceptable. That's why these are so great. And right now you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. You'll get 3 units for under $200. It's a fraction of the cost compared to other air purifiers. And so this is going to be a great opportunity. Don't miss out on it. Put one in your basement, your bedroom, family room, kitchen, or anywhere. You need clean. Well, I need clean, fresh air everywhere. So put them in every room in your house. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. So what do? You go to Eden Pure Deals, EDEN, puredeals.com, and put in the discount code PAT to save $200. EdenPureDeals.com, discount code PAT. Shipping is free.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Then we got sharp as a tack Joe Biden over the weekend. Jeez. Well, do you remember the statement Biden made about Republicans just a couple of weeks ago? What was it? He said that they're...
Oh, yeah, we were talking about the debt ceiling.
Yeah.
And how Republicans want to make cuts. Oh, my gosh, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, and then some. He berated them like crazy. Now, here's what he had to say.
You want to play that clip? We got the clip.
So what? These guys are the fiscally, they're fiscally.
Oh, this is what he said.
Demented.
Okay, yeah.
Fiscally demented.
Fiscally demented.
I don't quite get it.
You should get it really well because you're mentally demented. So that would work out really well. Yeah. So they're fiscally demented.
So what's he saying now?
Now on Thursday, he called for unity.
Aw.
Let's just sort of kind of join hands again a little bit. Let's start treating each other with respect.
Yeah, you first.
That's what Kevin and I are going to do.
Are you?
Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Not a joke.
He always does this. Remember, he made the speech with the red and black background.
Yes.
The angry how mega MAGA Republicans are wanting to destroy this country.
Made the speech directly from the gates of hell.
Yes, that's well said. Yes, because then like the next day or two, he's like, "No, we should be getting along. What are you talking about? I don't know."
I know. Ugh. He thinks we're morons when actually he is. But he did unite one thing last week.
Oh, good. Oh,
so
good.
he's got that going for him.
Okay.
We've united Asia.
Okay.
Oh,
You got all
wait.
that? You get that?
Wait, what?
We've united the.
United Asia.
Okay.
Oh man.
We've united the Asia. End quote. I don't know.
What's he trying to say there? They're all friends and hate us? They're all equally hate our guts.
I mean, that is a lost individual.
One more time. I got to see that one more time. That's incredible.
We've united Asia.
Wow. We've united thee. We've united thee. Asia.
Well, I feel safe.
How, and if he's talking about, I don't know, bringing
He doesn't know
Russia and China together?
Don't do this. Don't even try to figure out what he's saying because dude doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
It's just
weird.
so bad.
And why would that be a good thing? I mean, what does that have to do with us? You talk about an America last president. Uh-huh. This is him. This is him.
None of the Asia. Not a joke.
Don't jump. Don't jump. Also from Biden last week, he discussed women in his administration.
Oh, good. This will be good. Mm-hmm. I like that.
More than half the women in my cabinet, more than half the people in my cabinet, more than half of the women in my administration are women.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you
More
heard
than
it.
half of the women are women.
And the other half are Rachel Levine.
That's great. That would make sense, actually.
So he corrects himself, but then he goes right back. Play it again. So he
More than half the women in my cabinet, more than half the people in my cabinet, more than half of the women in my administration are women.
Got it?
More than half of the women are women. I like it when women are women. Be a real big surprise if you took one home and the woman was a man. That wouldn't probably please you. I don't know.
There's somebody on staff who could speak to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Chris Cruz. Anyhow, so
Has that happened? Has he talked about that?
you know what,
before?
Chris? If you hear this in time and you're in the building by 8 o'clock, why don't you come and tell us your story?
I'd love to hear it.
Anyhow, so that is, this is our commander in chief, the guy who is in charge of protecting this nation from all threats, foreign and domestic, can't even get a clear thought out.
Oh, yeah, he was really bad last week.
It was rough.
My gosh. This might be the worst he's been in a while. The women in my house, the women in my
Here's what I don't understand.
administration are over half of them are women.
Yeah, which is a good thing. So you talked about he's had a bad week. Why is it before he went to Syracuse, New York, did he fly briefly to Camp David? I don't understand. Why did you have to go this way before you went? Why didn't you just go straight there? Like, what was so pressing at Camp David?
Yeah.
That's where they
A
take
new
him.
injection or-
That's where they take him to for his lobotomies and stuff. Man, the guy is.
That's bad. Yeah, it's really bad.
So how soon till Kamala's president? Because that'll be good.
Yeah, I want that. Really something to look forward to. The most disappointing thing about the show is that we weren't here to play the musings of Kamala Harris.
Speaking of
last week.
Kamala. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the most disappointing part of not being able to get here.
Yeah.
But here she was discussing rockets.
Yeah.
She was discussing rockets.
So here's our next president of the United States. So it gets better, right?
So this is going to be good.
It's going to get better. Here we go.
Which brings me to May 30th, 2020.
All right.
Bob and Doug returned to the Kennedy Space Center.
Yay.
They suited up.
Right.
They waved to their families. And they rode an elevator up nearly 20 stories. They strapped in to their seats and waited as the tanks beneath them filled with tens of thousands of gallons of fuel.
Killing the earth, though.
And then
You're right.
What? Then what
they
happened?
launched.
They launched. Oh, okay, so that's how it works?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Is that a room of kindergartners? Yeah, they did. That's a room of 5-year-olds. It's got to be, right?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But you would be led to believe that if you're just watching. You didn't know who was, who was supposed to be where. That is outrageous.
So Biden and Kamala both had brutal weeks. Kamala got to do an interview. Some lucky kid got to interview the Vice President of the United States. Some
What a
high school or
treat.
something. I don't know.
What a
And so, of
treat.
course, if you got one question for the Vice President of the United States, you got to make it a good one.
Yeah.
And he goes right for her wheelhouse and asks her about school buses. Watch this.
Are these new green buses going to keep their signature yellow color?
These are going to remain yellow school buses because who doesn't love a yellow school bus? They will remain yellow, but their heart will be green.
She said that before too, right? That who doesn't love a yellow school bus? I don't. I hate the school buses. You get behind them and they stop 84 times in one block. And you got to stop there and wait and be patient with them. I don't like yellow school buses. Okay? Why would you like a yellow school bus?
What if they're green, though?
No, the green wouldn't change anything because they'd still
Well,
make the same stops.
Yeah. Is their heart going to be green or... What did she say? What was that stupid thing again? Let's hear this.
Play the last 20 seconds or so.
Their heart will
remain yellow school buses because who doesn't love a yellow school bus? They
Pat
will
doesn't.
remain yellow, but their heart will be green.
Their heart will be...
But their heart will be green because they're environmentally friendly. Isn't that wonderful? How are you going to make these school buses? Are they electric? They must be.
Yeah. There's and Stu had this great stat or something like I forgot how low the percentage is of how many school buses in the nation will now be green, and it's just so stupid and not even going to make a difference.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Yes, that's very true.
But where does that energy come from? That powers up these green school buses. Well, they're yellow school buses, but their heart will be green.
Right. They come from magic pixie dust. You just sprinkle that over the buses.
Really?
Yeah. And
That's
then
weird.
Then they go really nicely. Smooth.
Okay.
No emissions.
So how do you mine pixie dust?
You know what? That's above my pay grade. I don't know where they get it.
This is a result of the fall, isn't it?
Probably.
You knew a week ago. You knew where pixie dust came from, and then something happened.
Then they took care of me. Yep. Got me out of the picture.
Oh.
Did you see that there was yet another, this time a Mississippi State football player,
Oh, gosh, I've got a list.
18 years old, died suddenly. Didn't have any idea the cause of death. But he died. He just dropped dead, as so many 18-year-olds do right before their 19th birthday. Oof, really sad. Something's got to be done.
This is getting longer.
888-900-3393. More coming up. Great to have you with us. I meant to ask, which is more gruesome to look at? The gash mingled with body glue, or a Band-Aid over it.
It looked a whole lot worse for you. Started slathering that body glue on it. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
That was nasty time.
Yeah.
And then now it's just kind of okay. But let's see what the Band-Aid looks like.
All right.
You're gonna look tough, like a. What was that guy who used to play for the Cowboys? And Keith Brooking used to do that for the Falcons, where it would cut his bridge of his nose every game.
How did that happen? By headbutting people?
Yeah, it's just that was his thing.
All right.
Let's see if.
It's going to be hard to do because I'm not looking in a mirror.
Yes. That looks good. Well, okay. I don't think it sticks to body glue.
No.
We've learned. I might go back to the way it was.
All right.
Honestly.
All right. Yeah, I think so. I think that's a better idea. So.
But you know what? Give it 2 weeks, and you won't even
notice it.
See?
We won't even remember it happened.
See? There you go.
Got some tweets here. Dan the Man tweets, Pat would still be on sick leave had he not been battle-hardened on the mean streets of Helena.
Really, it
That's
prepped you
sure.
for this
Thank
moment.
you, Dan. Thank you for noticing. Peekapool cognitive test question for Pat. Are the Eagles so much better than the Eagles?
No.
You just gotta love it, though.
Do you?
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's Super Bowl week.
Senator.
You gotta.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles. No.
Oh, God.
The no has now become legendary. All right, Spy Giblets tweets, after Biden's balloon reaction, I'm not sure, are we still the most powerful nation on earth?
Dude, I feel that tweet right there.
Yeah, you gotta wonder.
When did British citizens or French citizens, have that moment of realization when they were like, wait a minute, we are not top dog anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it's starting to feel like.
It is. It is. I mean, I
don't like it.
Seemingly pushed around by everybody, and Biden just takes it.
It's good.
You'd let the freaking balloon fly clear across the country. That took, 2,500 miles? And nowhere along the way were you concerned enough to shoot it down.
It was weather. It's just they're getting the whole weather and stuff.
Unreal.
Yeah, but it was a good 4 years, though, of American resurgence and having a president that actually put America first. That was a good 4 years with Trump.
Yeah, it was.
Looking out for us as opposed to what we have now, which is a suicidal administration.
Speaking of which, we've got a little showdown coming up on Overtime, is where I think we'll get to it.
Oh.
With Trump and DeSantis.
2024, man. It's already here.
Oof. They're definitely fighting over their territory right now. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Trump doesn't want anybody to run against him. I think he wants to run unopposed.
Yes.
That's not going to happen. Why would that happen? You lost last time. So that ain't going to happen. Get used to it. But he'll continue to try to destroy everybody that even thinks about running against him. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got some interesting Trump versus DeSantis to share with you. Anybody, by the way, here's another a tweet. This one from Rowdy Introvert. Anyone know where I can get some World War III tree ornaments? I have a sneaky feeling that we'll be decorating the tree soon.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like it, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm also starting to feel a little like John Fetterman. He's
See?
Yeah, it's happening.
Better get that checked out.
Dr. Spoons tweets, the explosion video is fake. You can tell because the person holding the camera doesn't flinch when the flashbang happened.
Let's see that, because she said that the jet flew by, went out, grabbed the camera, and then an explosion. Can we play that, Kayla?
I'm not sure what that was.
So
there is.
Oh yeah, see, there is audio on this. I thought there was.
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Smoke
Wait for
on
it.
the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for it. Hang on. Go back up, Dolly. There, see that? There's a...
All right. In my neighborhood.
What'd she say?
I don't know.
Mini bar. What?
Okay, now it's time to go to the mini bar.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it was that frightening. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm seeing no definitive answer one way or the other online. By the way, and the only thing we have to go on, we have the governor Montana saying nothing happened here. So
Really?
I totally trust anything any level government says.
Yeah.
So
no question
that's
about
good enough for me. I guess we're done here.
If the government says it and does it, it's settled. We're fine. Don't even bug me about it anymore. The government said.
The government said so.
He said. I love it when they use that answer, too, when they're asked about things like about China. And they'll say, well, they said no. They said they didn't have anything to do with it. Oh, okay. Well, then let's move on.
Yeah,
they wouldn't lie, right? They wouldn't lie.
And I love how China, you're using this like as an example here, but China said it's a weather balloon, right? But then they got really angry after we shot it down. It's like, wow, I didn't realize you were so attached to your weather balloon. What's the problem there?
Yeah, that thing probably cost you $10,000.
Right.
What is going on?
Keep better control of your stuff. Then we won't have to shoot it down.
All right. Let me tell you about Bouqs. That's like bouquet. And that's where the name comes from. Now, Valentine's Day pressure on us guys is insane. Is it not? I mean, does your wife feel that kind of pressure? Aren't you her Valentine?
Aww.
I don't. Your wife or husband, whatever. I'm not trying to discriminate.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So get her something that is really going to please her. I got my wife flowers from Bouqs several weeks ago, and they've been fresh and great for like 2 weeks. I mean, that just doesn't happen. So it's really great. And they can do that because their farm fresh flowers are that impressive. So know that Bouqs is different. Their flowers are cut fresh, sourced directly from the best flower farms. So they last way longer. It's not just roses either. Bouqs has a huge selection of unique designs that you'll never find on those other sites. They even have flowers grown on the side of a volcano. Order Bouqs now because after the game, the Super Bowl, it's too late. And while you're at it, sign up for their flower subscription and be the hero all year long. Go to Bouqs.com, use a promo code PAT for 25% off. So, BOUQS.com, promo code PAT. Do it today.
Beware, Pat Gray is unleashed.
Okay. An ER doctor, you'll also see this, was run down on his bike on purpose.
What?
Yeah.
Where was this? I have not heard this at all.
In the Los Angeles area. He's on the PCH, Pacific Coast Highway.
Oh, God.
And he was killed. First of all, the guy mowed him down on his bicycle in the intersection. Then he got out of his car and stabbed him to death.
What in the world? What? Did he know him?
They don't think so. They don't think there was any.
Gosh.
He was screaming about white privilege when it happened.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The guy, of course, on the bike was, in fact, white. And I don't know if he got pissed because he has such a beautiful bike. I don't know. But he was yelling racial epithets while he was stabbing this guy. Really weird. And they have no idea what the motive was.
Oh, no?
No. They can't figure it out. Why would this happen?
Just doesn't like doctors, I guess.
Can you imagine if this was a white person hitting a black person? Wow, they would know, and they would proclaim everywhere, even before they had the evidence, that it's white supremacy rearing its ugly head right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't need evidence that he was using racial epithets at the scene, right? It would just be the fact that a white guy
did it,
killed a black guy.
Exactly.
My gosh,
just really sad, really horrific. We got to get our heads on straight. But I got some good news here. Just a little over 800,000 illegals have been freed after their court date and let go.
Oh, good.
Right into the United States of America. All right, see ya. Y'all don't come back now, you hear? Don't come back to this station because we want you to integrate into our society, in the shadows, because we can't figure this thing out. Wow. 800,000 just since he took office. Wow. It's madness.
Yeah, and now we got the illegal up in Wisconsin who has now killed 3 people while driving.
Gosh.
Never mind the fact he's not supposed to be in this country at all.
Right.
He's decided to.
Oh my gosh.
That guy must have fallen on the ice too.
Yeah, he's got a little gash on his forehead.
So there.
He doesn't have the bonding agent, though.
Yeah,
so that would help him out a little bit. Jeez. Oh, so sad. So in just over 2 months, January 1st, this guy is accused of killing a Special Olympian. Oh, my gosh. Killed a Special Olympian, severely injuring his elderly mother in a horrific drunk driving crash in Milwaukee County. There's no immigration hold on him because the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Department refuses to cooperate with ICE. Oh, my gosh.
Interesting.
Totally preventable.
What a lawless nation we've become. We are just a lawless nation.
And it's putting all of us at risk.
Yep. All right, so that was January 1st.
So that was January 1st.
Okay.
January 12th, that just went past, in December, he is accused of driving drunk and killing another motorist, 20-year-old nurse, Joanna Pasco of California.
Wait, so that was in December?
Yeah, December 12th.
So he should have been gone. He should have been gone before that. Then he kills the lady in December. And then he kills the Special Olympian in January 1st.
Damn.
And now, what's the last one there at the bottom? January.
He's accused of killing his passenger in a fatal crash in the town of Lisbon on January 18th.
So that's where that mugshot comes from, apparently.
My gosh.
So good
Criminal
stuff.
complaint said he was traveling 80 in a 45-mile-per-hour zone.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, it's good that he's still here. We wouldn't want to kick him out of the country.
Right.
And at this point, no.
Or at least put him in jail. How are you not in jail?
Precisely what I was going to say. Yes. This guy is a menace.
Yeah.
I don't care where he is. He needs to be locked up.
No question.
I mean, Wisconsin taxpayers shouldn't have to pay for it, but my gosh, if it keeps him from continuing to run people down, then just do it. It's like the point that you always say, we got enough people that are drunk driving around here. We got enough people running into...
We don't need Mexicos or Guatemalans or whoever.
Yes, we've got plenty here doing that.
Ridiculous. Absurd. Late last week, the House of Representatives also voted to kick Ilhan Omar off the Foreign Intel Committee.
That's a travesty.
Good.
Yeah.
The squad jumped to defend her, though. AOC was livid. Here's her theatrics.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Oh, we got to bring up her... My life was threatened on January 6th. Got to slip that in there.
Oh.
Thank you.
I can't.
No, but somebody set that to music because, I mean, it felt like we were at church, right? So watch this. Here we go. Let's go to church.
She pulls over and I jump out. When I get in the driver's seat, I heard the Holy Ghost whisper to me and said, Ruby, tell Sister Veronica that most people quit in the storm. Look at your neighbor and tell him, neighbor, you may be in the storm of your life. Tell him, but you can't quit now. Come on, encourage somebody. Tell him, don't you go back. Don't you turn around. Don't throw in the towel. Don't quit. Help me tell him, keep on. Come on, let's give him the go-ahead sign. Help me say, keep on. Keep on, keep it on.
That was great.
Excellent job. So we just pulled the AOC because there was so much insanity last week. Rashida Tlaib was crying, fake crying. It was so gross. And then they did kick Elon, I'm so sorry to say, off the committee.
Yeah, they've kicked several people off the committee who were not. I mean, Eric Swalwell, is he a woman of color?
Yeah. Well,
okay. So, I mean, shut up. She's got to make everything about race because then she thinks she's protected. It's ridiculous. And it's harmful to this country, harmful to racial relations. It just plain is eating away at the United States. We also have this wonderful piece from
Al Sharpton?
Al Sharpton.
Oh, yeah, he was at the Tyree Nichols funeral. Oh.
You know it was so reverent and believe. Here he is.
He makes it about himself.
That's why I'm still marching. Yeah. Yes, I got books out. Yes, I got a TV show.
Buy my
but
books.
I'm a mountain climber.
Watch my TV show.
I'm not going to stop till I get to the top of the mountain. You can call me names on right-wing television. What? I'm a mountain climber. I expect stumbles to come my way. Wait. I'm a mountain climber.
Can we talk about the deceased?
You can disgrace me. You can discredit me.
Are we here to talk? Is this a funeral for someone?
I'm going to climb until Tyrese Nichols get justice.
Tyrese
I'm going to climb until Eric Gardner gets justice.
Wait, what are we...
I'm going to climb until we change the laws. We're mountain climbers. We're not day traders. We're mountain climbers. And if God be for us, it's more than the whole world against us. He walks with me.
Let's remember Tyree Nichols.
He talks with me. He tells me that I'm his own. He's been food when I was hungry. Water when I was thirsty.
Okay.
He's my rock.
Is this a funeral for someone?
He's my rock, my sword and shield.
Oh, gosh, it just never ends.
When will some kind of email come to
Unleashed.
Welcome. Hope you're doing better than I am. Little loopy.
Yeah.
888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Wow. Let me take a minute and just shoot straight with you. You are a hero. The donations you're giving to the good work of preborn saves lives every day. Right now, these babies are taking their first breath. Your impact reached eternity, and we've only just begun on this. Why? Because babies need your help, as you know. The overturning of Roe v. Wade only made them more ravenous for the blood of the innocent. I mean, they're just blatantly trying to kill infants now. They don't want them protected or given medical care if they actually survive the abortion and are born alive. They still don't want to do anything about it. Why? That's a death cult. But $28 buys one ultrasound, and the woman in that case is so much more likely, I think at least twice as likely to choose life because they see the baby and they understand that's life inside. That's a heartbeat of a child. It's incredible. So for just $28, you can introduce an at-risk baby to their mother or vice versa, the mother to the baby. It's like the cost of a dinner to save a life. $28. If you can't afford that, $10, $5, whatever you can afford would be great. You can be a hero by giving a baby a life. Just go dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat, preborn.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Mark Motterman tweets, a licensed balloonist said that a gas balloon. Are there licensed balloonists? I guess you probably have to be.
You got to know somebody.
But yeah. Okay. Because that's unattainable to us normal people, right?
I wonder how much it costs. How much does it cost? So you have to get a pilot's license to operate like a hot air balloon?
You must have to.
How much is it a pilot? I mean, do you call them a pilot license?
Yeah.
Hot air balloon. How much you think? How much school? I bet it's laborious.
I bet it is.
To go $2,400.
Oh, wow.
Balloon pilot certificate.
Wow. So that's it? You just pay them $2,400 and they give it to you?
Well, this is hot air balloon training in Austin, Texas. Through
so you got to be
Austin
trained
aeronauts.
And it's who grows up thinking, you know what I want to do? Is be a hot air balloon pilot.
Seriously, though. That'd be fun.
It would be fun.
How much cash do you think they get just to take people up every day?
Oh, it's probably a lot.
I bet that $2,400 pays for itself in like a weekend.
Yes, I'm sure it does.
I'm
sure it does.
Let's see. How many? 600 hours. What? Hold on.
Is
Wait.
what you have to
Hold
fly?
on. What makes us qualified to give hot air balloon pilot lessons in Austin, Texas? The answer is an unmatched experience. Our founder, David Smuck,
I love David. Love him.
Oh, okay. So he has over 4,500 hours of flight time in balloons, an additional 600. Okay. It doesn't say. It doesn't say how much you need in order to get
your license.
But anyway, I'm sorry.
We had when I worked in Billings, Montana. We had a gigantic hot air balloon that said our call letters on it.
Oh.
Took it to every one of our, remotes and all that kind of stuff. And so it was pretty distinctive. When you showed up, you saw that thing from a mile around and rode in it quite a bit. They really are fun.
So
it's really fun.
That is that's a cool. I've never known a station to have its own hot air balloon.
I haven't either, other than Cook. K-O-O-K.
You had a good
music. 97 Cook.
97 Cook. A good promotions department.
Cook.
They must have blown like the ad budget for the next 10 years on that thing.
Oh, easily. Yeah. And our morning guy, who also owned the station, flew it all the time. So he was a balloon pilot. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I seriously want to ride in a hot air balloon someday.
You've never done that?
No, that's on my bucket list. It's the last thing I'm gonna do.
I've also bungee jumped out of a hot air balloon from 400 feet.
What?
Yeah.
Pat Gray has bungee jumped.
I have.
And from a hot air balloon.
Yes. So that kind of ties it all together now.
That's cool.
Anyway, a license can be.
But don't try to walk on ice, bro.
Right. Anyway, they can be brought down. Apparently, the balloon can be brought down slowly with a few golf ball size holes. Yeah, shoot a couple holes in it, and then recover it, and let's study it.
See, okay. Saturday afternoon, they shoot it down. We see that slow motion video that shows that they either hit the payload or got dangerously close to it, instead of just popping the balloon, like you said. And then the Navy says, yeah, it's going to take us a while to recover all this stuff. And I'm sorry, as the Saturday thing was going on and everybody was just watching this balloon drift across South Carolina, is it off the coast yet? Let's go. I'm thinking it's going to be like in the 60s, you would just go out there and you would just recover it. Now, here we go. We got it.
Right.
And then let's take it back and study it.
Yes.
Is that not...
Apparently that's not what happens.
47 feet of water, I heard, is where it went down.
47 feet.
Yeah, so it's just...
Get some scuba gear.
Let's go!
Dive in. Have two guys bring it back up if you need to. Yeah, it should not be difficult. And I know they're going to stretch this out until we all forget about it, and it won't matter anymore.
And meanwhile, what did China get?
Yeah. Who knows? Also, another tweet here. Pat Slip and Fall attorney. Oh, my slip and fall attorney is.
You got to get on the horn with him today.
America is absolutely not the preeminent power on the globe any longer. This plan has been in place for a long time. You can't bring everyone up to America's level, right? So you have to bring America down to the rest of the world. Yeah, we've discussed that a lot. Jeffy's fat liberation politics. Why does Kamala talk to everyone like they're a kindergarten story time? I don't know, but it's a bizarre phenomenon, and I don't like being talked down to like that. Just bizarre. Mm-hmm. Also, we got Pat okay, yeah, I already did that one. So, okay. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Marjorie Taylor Greene told us about some of the ways the massive amount of COVID money was being spent by the federal government. I'm sure it's all accounted for. Everybody's happy. Nothing was wasted. I mean, of course, you're going to have a little waste, but not much.
Yeah, that's baked in, right?
Yeah, right. It's baked in.
Ugh.
Like the butter on Home Pride. What was it called? We split the top and let the butter bake right in.
Dude, don't do this. I'm hungry. I don't need this.
All right, here's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
So, Mr. Dodaro, if you don't mind answering a few of my questions, can you tell me, as our comptroller of the United States, how much COVID cash was given to abortion?
I do not know that answer. I don't have that answer.
Oh, okay. So
They never do.
I can tell you, Planned Parenthood clinics received $80 billion in COVID relief loans.
Golly.
Which is hard to understand how that happened. Mr. Dodaro, can you tell me how much money COVID cash went towards diversity, equity, and inclusion or racism issues?
Again, we have not looked at that issue, so I don't know.
Oh, geez. Well, I can tell you the Pennsylvania Humanities Council did receive $1.4 million in relief and used it for equity and geographic diversity. I'm not sure how that helped in a pandemic time. Mr. Dodaro, can you tell me how much COVID cash went to CRT?
CRT?
Critical race theory in education. It's a racist curriculum used to teach children that somehow their white skin is not equal to black skin and other things in education.
Yeah. No, I do not know that, but I do know that there's provisions that the federal funds generally are not used, are supposed to be used for curriculum.
Oh,
it's a state.
Oh, Mr. Dodaro, I have to tell you, in Illinois, they received $5.1 billion. At an elementary school there that used it for equity and diversity. So it's being used for these things. Mr. Dodaro, can you tell me how much money was given to Drag Queen Story Hour?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Who?
Drag Queen Story Time, where men dress up as women and read confusing books to children.
First, I thought you said dry clean. So, I'm sorry. No, I don't know the answer to either one of those.
Oh, good. Oh, there we go. That's good.
Did she provide the answer? I want to know.
For that specific school, got $18,000 just at that one school to promote drag.
She also said $80 billion went to Planned Parenthood.
That she did.
$80 billion. Are you kidding me? It should be unconstitutional to fund that at all from our money. That's our money.
Yep. You having fun doing your taxes this year? Because that's where it's going. Oh yeah, and also I saw a thing where $30 million is going to India to fight like plastic pollution. Are they a state? Is India part of this country?
Just unreal.
It is madness. Like, we are spending money unconstitutionally that we don't even have. And I have this meme here, Pat. I don't think I sent this in, Kayla, so don't even look for it. But this says it all perfectly. The government says, you owe us money. It's called taxes. And then you respond, well, how much do I owe? And the government says, well, you have to figure that out. And then you say, well, can I just pay what I want? And the government says, oh, no. We know exactly how much you owe, but you have to guess that number too. And then you say, well, what if I get that wrong? And the government says, well, you go to prison. I mean, is that not exactly right?
It is exactly right.
This isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel your pain, dog.
And then you're funding
Feel
stuff
your
like this.
pain.
$80 billion to kill
80
babies.
billion. That's unconscionable. It's an absolute catastrophe. An abomination.
And all that stuff that Marjorie Taylor Greene was going through. Remember, the voice in the wilderness standing against that bill was Thomas Massey.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, unable to track any of it. And when we do, we find out what it was actually used for. Gee, who could have seen that coming? Thomas Massey.
Yeah, I just saw a story, kind of briefly glanced through it, of some of the COVID cash that went to this woman in California, I think. And she got $380,000 and spent it on a Bentley and several other luxury products. And then, never got caught until just recently. And you wonder how many times has this happened? I would guess thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of times.
Yeah.
And that's our hard-earned wages going to waste on these products.
Yeah, be sure to go to work today, y'all, because somewhere out there, Planned Parenthood is depending on your cash to murder babies.
And congratulations, Uncle Sam is who you're going to get to pay at the end of the day. You're not going to be done paying Uncle Sam till probably July, August.
When is the Tax Freedom Day this year?
We should look that up.
Tax Freedom Day 2023. Because every year it just goes further and further deeper into the calendar.
Yep. How long are we working entirely for the government? Of course, it depends on how do they do this, because it depends on your income tax bracket.
Yeah, I think they just mean like the average worker. Well, April 18th.
April 18th, 3 days after tax day. Now you can have some of your own money. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's 2 days later than it was last year.
Wow.
And I don't know, but here's another website. Oh no, that's UK. Okay, so this is where you could say, well, in Britain they have to work till June 8th. So count your blessings, America.
Yeah, that's why we fought a war and broke away from them, because we didn't want to do that stuff. We didn't want to be overly taxed. We didn't want to be surveilled. We didn't want any of that. We wanted to be free. And this ain't it. All right. Let me tell you about a great product. I know you've seen it on TV. It really helps restore your vitality. If you've gotten kind of a dad bod, you feel a little less like your old self. Well, this could really help. It comes with Testofen, and that kicks in the testosterone in your body. So it invigorates you if you want more energy to counter the negative physical effects of aging. Nugenix Total T Testosterone Booster with Testofen will help you turn back the clock. It re-energizes your workouts. You get better results at the gym, and it helps you look and feel the way you really want to feel. So what do you do? You can get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T right now when you text Unleashed to 231231. Text now and get a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, their most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back into the shape that you want to be in, absolutely free. Text Unleashed to 231231. That's Unleashed to 231231. All right. More coming up in just a second. Pat Gray Unleashed. Welcome to it. Thanks for being here. Did you know Uma Pumaraju died? The Fox News reporter, anchored of some shows on Fox.
Yeah.
It's only 64. The cause of death was not made public. Now, this was clear back in August.
Yeah, I hadn't heard this.
So if you were wondering why you weren't seeing her anymore,
man,
she died August 8th. cause of death was not immediately nor later on made public. Who knows? Just know that there's a lot of died suddenlies going on. We're going to talk about that in overtime. Crazy, but safe and effective. Don't worry about it. More and more studies have been coming out linking the COVID vaccine with injuries and showing they just are not effective at stopping COVID-19. We've known that for, I don't know, a year and a half, right? First of all, the 95% thing. Then they went down to 85. Then it was, it's about 70% effective. It's still very, very effective. And then it was 40, and then it was 35, and then it was like, man, we have no idea. It's not doing anything, really.
It would be one thing if it were just not doing anything.
Yes,
like
right.
If it were just promised to give you a total immunity from ever catching COVID to, it's not doing anything, to now we're on the other side of that zero.
Right.
And it's linked to a lot of injuries, at the very least.
But here she is. This is Rachel Walensky, right?
Yeah. This is the CDC lady?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you where I was when the CNN feed came that it was 95% effective.
95.
Of the vaccine.
Yeah.
So many of us wanted to be hopeful. So many of us wanted to say, okay, this is our ticket out, right? Now we're done. So I think we had perhaps too little caution and too much optimism for some good things that came our way. I really do.
And that was your job, Rochelle.
All of us wanted this to be done. Nobody said waning when this vaccine's going to work. Oh, well, maybe it'll work, it'll wear off. Nobody said, well, what if the next variant it's not as potent against the next variant.
Huh. Wow.
So it's y'all's fault.
Interesting admission, though, from her.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first from a government official, right? Wow. I just had a vaccine because of this, but it's a real vaccine. It's a tetanus diphtheria shot.
Oh.
I got the TD.
Oh, wait.
Over the weekend.
Okay.
I know. Maybe that's what's causing me problems. I don't know.
Hold on a second. So I posted a video of myself on this show. I posted it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's May 6th, 2020, and you're asking me questions about would I ever take the COVID vaccine.
Right.
And we go through the whole thing, and I explain, no, I'll never take this vaccine. Anyhow, and in that video, I mentioned how I'm due for a tetanus shot. Okay?
Okay.
So
well, I am too. She's like, when did you have your last tetanus shot?
Right.
I don't know, when I was 4.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. When I nearly chopped off my fingers and I went to the emergency room, the male nurse who led me back there, he was awesome. He goes, when was your last tetanus shot? And I go, and he goes, new answer, today. So anyway, I got one back whenever that was. So somebody heard me on this video from May 6th and 2020 and said, yeah, about that tetanus shot.
Uh-oh.
And they sent me...
Oh, no. Sent you a bunch of...
No, they sent me a video of a lady explaining. But the good news is you don't have to panic.
Okay.
Because you're not trying to get pregnant.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
But there is some evidence.
Not right now. I mean, later down the road.
It's all about
we
family
might add
planning.
to the 6 children we have when I'm,
and it's 2023.
70.
You could always end up pregnant. I mean,
right. I could.
Just don't know.
I could.
You got to play it safe.
Right.
So anyway, and there's some evidence to suggest that certain tetanus shots around the world cause some issues with pregnancies and fertility rates among women.
Really?
So, but you don't. Again, if you're not planning on becoming pregnant,
I'm not at this time.
Then just dismiss this whole conversation.
Will it affect me if I'm, 68 and I want to have children, or 70? Will it cut me off?
Yeah, well, the fact that you're a dude used to disqualify you.
That'd be great to, your high school years with your child. You're like 87 years old. Wouldn't that be fun?
Then your name
Wouldn't
is
that be fun?
Rod Stewart, I believe.
That's true.
But man, the vaccine thing, and then for Walensky to be like, oh yeah, I didn't say that. We were just hopeful. I mean,
just hopeful. Okay. Then there's Justin Trudeau.
I don't know when this video's from, Pat. Somebody sent this to me. He's too excited for it to have been recently, but who knows with this cat? I don't know. But this
Here he is,
so over the top.
singing the praises.
Getting that shot really was an amazing feeling. It hits you.
What really was an amazing feeling.
So weird.
It's like he's talking about a back massage or something.
Right? Watch this cat.
Getting that shot really was an amazing feeling. It hits you.
Oh.
Pathetic.
I mean, that's
so weird.
That's Beavis with Cappuccino, right? I mean, that is
so weird.
He is such a bad actor. I bet he hasn't even gotten the shot.
Yeah, maybe not. But I don't know. He's pretty gung-ho about it. Pretty darn gung-ho.
Yeah, and you talked about the died suddenly earlier. And, we had, just while we've been away, the 23-year-old police officer dying in Georgia during a foot chase.
Yeah, we're almost out of time, and this is going to take too long. But know that we've got a list here. And I'm sure it's just all coincidence.
Yeah, sure.
A whole bunch of people dying right around the same time.
We still haven't mentioned the 2 NFL players who died a couple weeks ago.
Oh, jeez. Nope, we haven't.
We haven't had the professor who was part of making it an emergency use authorization. She died suddenly.
Tell you about that coming up. Pat Gray Unleashed. Hey, it is Pat Gray Unleashed. Thanks for being here. 888-933-93. Everywhere you look, the wheels are falling off right now.
No, I hadn't noticed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Everything's
the wheels
fine,
are falling off.
Huh?
What is that?
Good. Well, I'm glad that you hasn't affected you at all.
Oh my!
I would have thought differently, but
the world is burning, man.
Yeah, we're watching the collapse of the institutions we used to trust. Well, I mean, who do you trust now? That's why I really urge you to act now and invest in emergency food before it's too late. Right now, if you go to mypatriotsupply.com, you'll get their new lower pricing on a 3-month emergency food kit. So get one for each member of your family and have that peace of mind that come what may, if there are shortages, if there is a break in the supply chain, you'll be okay because you got 3 months worth of food for everybody in the house. These kits compact with tasty, and I mean really tasty breakfast, lunch, dinners, drinks, and snacks. They average over 2,000 calories per day. So get one kit for each person in your family, and then, you won't have to worry about standing in line in a government food line. Who was it that said, it was Bernie Sanders that said food lines are good? Oh, okay. Not to most of us, I don't think. I think we'd rather be self-sufficient. There's not much time. Go to mypatriotsupply.com, save $200 on a 3-month emergency food kit while you can. Kits are in stock. They ship fast and free. And they arrive in unmarked boxes so nobody knows what you're bringing into your house.
Oh, yeah. You don't want your neighbors over there.
No, you don't.
Come on.
Then they know you got food when they don't have any, and then it's on. So go to mypatriotsupply.com while you can. mypatriotsupply.com.
Pat Gray is Unleashed.
Oh, good. CNN doing an interview right now with Kal Penn, the actor Kal Penn. And he apparently has something coming out that explores climate solutions in getting warmer. Oh, I bet that's going to be good. Jeez. Why is the actor, going to tell us how to live? I don't know.
Didn't we just have a temperature of negative 61.2 degrees Fahrenheit in Utah last week, and also minus 47 there at Mount Washington, New Hampshire, with a wind chill of minus 108?
Yeah, 108 below.
It's getting warmer though.
108.
Ice storm.
And yes, it was somewhat nippy here.
Yeah, ice storm in Texas, but quote getting warmer, end quote, from CNN. The name of the
At some
show.
point, more people have to call BS on this. We've already called BS, but everybody on this planet should be saying, sit down and shut up. It's not catastrophic. It's gone up a degree. So what?
What was it? More than 13 feet of snow on the ground at one point in California?
Oh, yeah.
Just a month after they said, there's no snow in California. This is a result of climate change. So is that... And that's what when that came out in December, I said, how long will it be before they're blaming climate change on excess snow and rainfall?
Yeah, and they do.
Ta-da! One month.
They do. Jeez. What happened to don't confuse weather with climate? They do it all the time. Every time there's a heat wave, it's the climate. Every time there's a big snow, it's the climate. Stupid. I don't know how they get it. Well, I do. They get away with it because they've got a complicit, stinking media that just fawns over and believes every word, and are in on it with them. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. I think that's why we need to hold our feet to the fire, and that's why we've gone back a ways to look at how the media was portraying the Hunter Biden laptop, how they just dismissed everything anybody who was conservative had to say. It was Russian disinformation, and that was it for them. I'll give you an example. Here's Christiane Amanpour.
That Rudolph Giuliani, that is the president's personal lawyer, was...
She's going to talk to a member of the of Trump's cabinet.
Quote, being used to feed Russian misinformation to the president. Giuliani met in December with somebody who the United States government believes is a Russian agent. You know who I'm talking about, a Ukrainian parliamentarian by the name of Andrei Dekach. Are you comfortable with the president of the United States being close to a person like Rudy Giuliani, who says also that he is not bothered whether any of the information comes from Russian hacking? What does that say?
What does that say?
Are you comfortable that CNN used Russian disinformation from a Russian asset to leak it to subvert the peaceful transfer of power? The reporting on the dossier, which was complete, verified Russian disinformation. Is it not? Is it not?
Liz, let's just get back to the story.
Was the dossier real? Was the dossier real? Oh,
Can
it's
we get
very
back to the
relevant
current
because
story?
everything that Democrats accused us of doing is what they themselves did.
Thank you.
Rudy Giuliani is not a Russian asset, and we've heard this smear very well before.
It's the
We've
United
heard it time and
States
time
government
again.
who said it, not me and not CNN. The United States government
The
has reported.
FBI. Okay, you know what also the United States government says? The FBI says this laptop is not Russian disinformation. So what are you talking about here? This laptop is real. It's not just the laptop. There's other emails. There's text messages. They are real. So according to the U.S. government, the
I know
FBI
that you're trying
has
to
verified
move
this.
everybody to look at that, but that's not what we're hearing from
Why
the
don't
FBI.
you want to report this? This is one of the most powerful families in Washington. the Biden family. And you're okay? You're okay with our interests being sold out to profit Joe Biden and his family when we're suffering during a pandemic from communist China? He's doing shady business deals with communist China. You're comfortable, okay?
As you know perfectly well, I'm a journalist and a reporter, and I follow the facts.
Yeah, sure
And
you
there's
do.
never been any...
Listen to that condescending attitude. I'm the journalist, and I only go by the facts. Really? You've been screaming about Russian disinformation and Russian spying with the Trump administration for years, but you're the journalist and you only go by facts.
Do people like Amanpour, do they ever, even privately, I'm not saying publicly, privately ever go back and say, oh my gosh, man, am I an idiot? Because you had 51, I think we're up to 51 former government officials who were calling this Russian disinformation. Have they come out and said,
No,
we retract that, sorry?
No, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're playing this.
Right, Hunter Biden himself now says,
yes!
Yeah, that's mine. That was my laptop. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. We knew that years ago.
But they can't bring themselves to admit it.
I know.
Terms of corruption. Now, let me ask you this. Yesterday, the FBI...
Wait.
FBI
How do you know
and
that?
I'm talking about reporting and any evidence. I'm talking to you now.
Okay,
to
I
ask
would
you a
love if
question
you guys would
about
start
what
doing
the
that
FBI
digging and start doing that verification.
No, we're not going to do your work for you. I want to ask you a question.
That's not your
the
work?
FBI,
It's a journalist's
contrary,
job. It's a journalist's
contrary
job
to what
to find out if this is verified.
Right. Thank you.
I want to ask you a question about the FBI press conference.
Okay, now we're going to switch gears and go somewhere else because you're beating the crap out of me. Wow, she just owned Christiane Amanpour. I love that.
Yeah, Hunter Biden's laptop going to be a topic of discussion in the Republican House of Representatives this week, by the way.
Sure is. So, remember the interview with Leslie Stahl and Trump? Now, CBS recorded it, and then Trump's people recorded it. So the audio's not quite as spectacular as you would like, but it's you can hear it quite easily. Here's Donald Trump with Leslie Stahl.
Okay.
Leslie.
And you think it's the biggest issue to campaign on?
I think it's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen, and you don't cover it.
Because,
you want to talk about...
Well, because it can't be verified.
You want to talk
I'm
about insignificant things.
I'm telling you.
Of course it can be verified. Excuse me, they found the laptop. Leslie.
It can't be verified.
What can't be verified?
The laptop.
Why do you say that?
Because
even the family hasn't... The family on the laptop, he's gone into hiding. For 5 days, he's gone into hiding.
He's preparing for your debate.
Oh, it's taken him 5 days to prepare? I doubt it. Okay, go ahead.
So he argues about whether or not it's verified. I mean, by this interview, we had a pretty darn good idea that it was legit, that it really was Hunter Biden's laptop. Well, nobody would be stupid enough to leave it there. Yeah, they might be drugged up enough and stupid enough. And he was. He left it there until such time as it became the property of the computer store. That poor guy's been dragged through the mud, too. They really went on after him. The owner of the computer store was just, he had to move. He had to move, change his life, close his shop. It's really despicable what they do to people who won't genuflect to them. Really something else. Let me tell you about, who am I telling you about? I'm going to tell you about Alex Stein. Brand new show. Sometimes the only way to survive the insanity from the left is to laugh through it. And Alex Stein is here with the cure. He's Primetime 99. He's the pimp on a blimp. And his new show is coming to Blaze TV very soon. If you like unscripted comedy that trolls the ridiculous woke ideology, you're going to love Primetime with Alex Stein. Say goodbye to political correctness and hello to Primetime 99, who's always on the grind, likes to rhyme. Watch Primetime with Alex Stein, premiering February 8th. That's only 2 days from now.
Wow.
Use the promo code PIMPONABLIMP for $20 off at Blaze TV. BlazeTV.com/primetime.
That was Pimp on a Blimp?
Pimp on a
Is
Blimp.
the promo code?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was it?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Pimp on a Blimp.
Have fun typing that one in.
I think he actually does the show from like a blimp.
Oh, in a blimp?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Like, is it Chinese? Floatable. Oh, no, that's a balloon.
Yeah.
By the way, what is this whole thing about how the Navy is going to be searching? I can't take it. Are you you telling me we didn't have a ship right there? Be like, okay, where's it coming down?
Mm-hmm.
No, we'll get there. We'll get out there. We'll find somewhere in this. They're gonna. Like you just said about a half an hour ago, you said, they're gonna wait till we forget about it.
Yeah.
The Navy's gonna come back and say, we couldn't find it. Shoot, we're gonna have to wrap this boy up because we just don't have the assets to keep looking.
That would not surprise me at all if the Navy couldn't find this stupid thing.
It has gone.
Might have been eaten by a whale. I don't know.
Think of all of these things here. It's gone from why didn't we shoot it down over the Pacific to to let it go across the country to, okay, now we're going to shoot it down, and why not just pop the balloon and then gradually just caress it, right? Or however you want to do that. We slowed down the video thanks to the pad head that showed us that it looked like the payload got shot. Mm-hmm. To now we don't even know when we're going to look for it, okay? We'll get back to you. Stop bugging us. It's out there somewhere.
Yeah. Yep.
This is the most incompetent government. Mm-hmm. I swear.
And you're talking about China, communist nation, spying on us freely. Can you imagine if we had an American balloon, an intelligence balloon, floating over China?
No, let me tell you what China does. China, we get in remember the midair collision in 2001, and then it gets forced down the American plane. You know what China did? China held our guys hostage, effectively, and stripped down that plane, absorbed that technology. God knows what they got from us as far as advancements military. And now we can't even deal with a freaking balloon properly?
Yes.
The hell?
Amazing. Should have been shot down as soon as we saw it in Montana. There's plenty of places where it's not populated.
No.
Shoot it down there.
No, remember. No. It was seen over Alaska.
Right. Well, they could have easily done it.
They didn't acknowledge it until the
true.
dude in Montana shot the video and said, "What the hell's this?" Otherwise they wouldn't have acknowledged it. Now they're saying there's been 5 or 6 of these incursions.
What?
Yeah, I just saw the thing. There's 5 or 6 of these. And remember how they were saying this happened during Trump's administration. And I believe it when he says, bull crap, I didn't know about this. You know Milley and all that woke garbage crowd that runs the military now. That probably was happening, and they didn't bother to tell anyone.
Wow. How can we survive like this?
No,
we're doing so many things wrong under Joe stinking Biden. Man, oh man. No wonder people are dropping dead all over the place. Like, they just can't take it.
And they're like, I'm out.
It's nothing to do with the vaccine. It's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
And down you go.
Down you go.
Oh, golly.
Yeah, I mean, we started to talk about the died suddenly there. Ran out of time earlier. My gosh, while we've been away, it's just been one thing after another.
Go through that list.
So we had the police officer in Georgia who was in pursuit of a suspect, 23 years old, good physical health. 23, yeah. And he died suddenly during the foot chase.
Dang it.
Now, we never even talked about, this was a couple weeks back, 2 former NFL players who were not old by any definition. They died suddenly. We had a middle school student who had a cardiac arrest during a basketball game. He's still alive.
Oh, good.
This one is very weird. The Thai princess, who's been unconscious for 3 weeks after collapsing, reportedly shortly after she got the Pfizer jabs, and now Thailand might be breaking their contract with Pfizer on the vaccines.
Are you
and she's
serious?
40,
after how many? I wonder how many they've had.
Right. Well, she's 44.
Because that's the kind of caution the government would normally take here. You know, if something is causing mass death, or you don't understand why these 20 to 40-year-olds are dying, you'd look into it. We used to do that. I mean, look at the Tylenol thing. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Took it off the shelf for, what, a year and a half?
We have the 43-year-old tennis player who died during a doubles match. Died right
How
there.
old was he?
43. And then this one I've been holding on to because this is the one for the last here. Is there was a professor. So you know how you had to get the emergency authorization for the vaccines.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we learned in one of the things I learned in the recent ivermectin documentary I watched was that the way you get that emergency declaration is that there's no other way to solve a problem, right? And so if ivermectin can actually help people with COVID-19, then there's no reason for an emergency authorization on a vaccine. So there was a professor who was on that board that was instituted to give the go-ahead for this emergency use authorization. And she originally, toward the end of 2020, was against it. In fact, gosh, I just had a quote of hers up here. She said, can you believe this crazy statement where she says, I'm a great advocate for vaccines. I'm a virologist by training. I think viruses are amazing. I teach them. I study them. I engage community about them. I think vaccines are a major way we can stop blah, 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 blah. It'd be better to release the vaccine gradually instead of going almost directly from the study to give to millions of people. She originally was a no vote. But eventually she came around and she ended up voting yes for the emergency use authorization.
All right.
So I didn't realize this, but late last year, she died suddenly.
Oh, my gosh. Good golly.
But I'm sure that has nothing to do with
it's
anything
a complete
else.
coincidence.
So she should have stuck with her gut there.
And how old was she again? In her 40s?
No, she was probably 60, I think.
All right.
Yeah, but still quite young.
Jeez. You know what it probably was? Is varicose veins. I bet that's what killed her.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah. Yep.
That's so.
Sometimes they start to set in, and then they explode.
I see.
And down you go.
Okay.
For the count. You're down for the count. So it could have been varicose veins, but it's probably, we'll hear an explanation like that from the government.
Did you hear that there's a study on kids on heart meds now after taking the vaccine with the myocarditis? And so 19% admitted in this study, 19% of these kids that were given the vax were admitted to the ICU. 26% are still on heart medications. Anyway, but I'm sure it's
just a coincidence. It has nothing to do with anything, really. Just really sad that all those people died.
So sad.
All right. 888-900-3393. Speaking of sad, here's a sad video from a dairy farmer. This just kind of shows our government at work, what is happening to the United States of America.
No, this is Canada.
Oh, this is good. This is a Canadian. Right. I thought we were doing this here, but we are doing it with certain things. But here's what he had to say.
This is why socialism sucks.
It's regulated by the government and by the DFO. But the problem is what they don't understand is millions of people look at this milk running away, and it's the end of the month, so I have to dump 30,000 liters of milk, and it breaks my heart.
30,000 liters.
I will show you.
What is that?
By the way, this year,
no way to tell.
Milk, it's $7 a liter. When I go for my haircut, people say, wow, $7, Jerry, for a little bit of milk. I say, well, you have to go higher up, because we have no say anymore as a dairy farmer on our own farm, because they make us dump it.
Ugh.
And no matter how we stand up, so this time I'm going public. I want the people to see the pain that us growers have of 365 days. As a little boy, we grew up on a dairy farm, came from Europe, work, and here we are. This is what's happening.
8,000 gallons.
Gosh.
8,000 gallons just literally down the drain because of...
8,000 gallons.
I'm sorry, you've produced too much.
Don't worry about it, though.
We got to keep that price up. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need milk from you right now.
Yeah, who drinks milk anyway?
Nobody. Almost nobody drinks milk.
We don't even have schools in Canada that could use this.
Have you ever had fresh cow milk?
Like
right from the cow's teat
no.
to the refrigerator, maybe?
I don't mind it, but I haven't had it.
Ooh.
Pretty fresh or pretty?
Pretty fresh.
Is that the word you're going with?
Grosses me out.
It grosses you out?
Yeah, it does.
What does it taste like? Fresh from the farm?
Fresh from the farm. Yeah, it does.
Wait, hold on. Fresh from the barn or fresh from the farm?
Fresh from the barn.
Oh, really?
You know, where the cow is
that's too bad.
Probably living.
I was hoping you were going to say, woo-wee, is it refreshing?
No.
But no.
But see, I remember always having it. My older brother owned a place and was kind of out in the country, and they had some cows, and they always had fresh milk and eggs and stuff. And the eggs look different, because they come right out and they haven't been processed.
You got the feathers still stuck on them.
Yeah. And the milk comes out and it hasn't been processed.
Right.
So it's a little Probably a little biased because it was usually warm, and I was thinking about where it just came from, and that's why I was not suited for Montana. You know?
You're like, I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. I don't want this life. No, thank you.
But how destructive is socialism?
Oh my gosh!
The government telling you how much you can produce of something. Go away.
And then if you produce too much, they make you dump it.
I'm glad he made that video because people need to see that.
Yeah,
it's one thing to say, hey, there's caps on production under systems like that. There's another one to actually visualize and see it.
Right. More coming up on Overtime. Great information for you there, and some fun as well.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.